Oh, it's just a bit about this Jeffrey Epstein situation. I noticed that leftists have been accusing Trump of basically being a pedophile, pretty much since the second he took office in the second term. Guys, you know what's interesting? This whole story about Jeffrey Epstein, like Epstein's Island, really. I first read about it. I don't know about anybody else. On a blog called Gawker. In like 2000, I want to say 11 or 12. There were posts then about it in 2015, right? Anybody who brought it up at that time, my friends, was branded as a conspiracy theorist automatically, right? During Trump's entire first term, the Democrats didn't say anything about it. Like, they said nothing about it. The only thing that was brought up was, I remember it was like a whole thing about Pizzagate, and Democrats and other people were just like, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. They even had like a ABC come into, the pizzeria, ping pong, whatever it's called, rocket ping pong, whatever the hell it's called, right? And the guy who owns it, he's like this socialite guy. He showed them, see, there's nothing here. What are you talking about? Basically covered it up, right? Folks, then we fast forward. During the Biden administration, see, they were in power for 4 years. One of the things they could have tried to lock up Trump for was, I don't know, being a pedophile or this whole Epstein thing. My friends, we know why they didn't do this, right? Because they're implicated. They're part of it, right? So now that Trump's in office, release the Epstein files. My friends, they want to release, do you know what they want released? They want released the Epstein files that are redacted, that doesn't implicate them in the least bit, or implicates the people that they're happy to throw under the bus, the powers that be of the Democratic Party, of the leftists. And then some other, obviously there's, Republicans involved as well, right? And they want everything released. And also they want like some doctored stuff about Trump in there as well. My friends, I'm telling you, it's absolutely astounding. They had 4 years. They had 4 years when Biden was in office. When Biden was in office to like, they pursued so many things. You saw they threw the book at Trump. This, that, real estate, like, I don't know, 4 things. There was like federal stuff, there was state stuff, there's all kinds of cities, state, I don't know. Folks, they threw every possible, I don't know, thing that exists in law, in the legal world at Trump, right? And just miraculously, the one thing that they didn't even mention, interestingly enough, was the Epstein stuff. They didn't say not even one time did they say Trump's a pedo. Folks, the minute he's elected, he's a pedophile. Trump's a pedophile. Oh, Epstein. Oh, release the files. Why doesn't he release the files? Why this? Why? My friends, it's very interesting. I find it fascinating. And if you're saying, well, why is Trump constantly calling this a hoax? Folks, you know what he's calling a hoax? He's calling a hoax what they have in their hands, which is either redacted or doctored. There are real Epstein files. There are the real ones, right? I suspect that there's a few reasons why they're not being released. One reason is I think Pam Bondi is like, these people are being threatened. The other reason is I think that if they release like the real stuff, these folks, first of all, the media is not going to accept it. These folks are going to deny it up and down, or these people have where to flee. They have where to flee, and also you're going to have a lot of chaos. Just riots and chaos in the streets, right? My friends, any release of anything, any release of any of this kind of stuff, whether it's Epstein files, whether it's Schmitza, whether it's anything about the Schmeiser, Schmaxines, the grandiosity, the monstrosity of it will cause civil unrest, my friends. This is what they're concerned about. They say, Tzvi, well, we need the truth. My friends, the crimes here are so colossal. You have no idea how colossal they are. You really, I mean, maybe even I don't know how colossal they are. Yeah, I think I know, but I don't. Maybe even somebody like me doesn't realize. Not that I know everything. I'm just saying, like, people who already are kind of, have been researching some stuff or filled in, are initiated. Let's put it that way. Even the people who think they're initiated and very initiated, it's going to turn out that we're not as initiated as we think. And then there's the people who are just not initiated at all, who are going to receive what's called ontological shock. So, my friends, just something fascinating I found, and everybody's full of crap, and Zat Hashem, we're gonna find out the truth. We're gonna find out the truth very, very soon. All right, guys, talk to you soon.